Hello, here we are in part 2 of the grammar summary of Unit 10, Travel and Vacations, okay? The second part is about subject and object questions. Here comes the explanation. Okay, before we continue, it's important to know what is a subject and what is an object, okay? The subject of a sentence is a person or thing that performs the action, and it's called the actor, okay? So, for example, in the sentence, very simple, yeah, we want some apple juice, okay? So, is the subject, personal pronoun, okay, we. The earthquake damaged my house, okay? In this case, the earthquake, okay, performs the action, okay? So, as we can see, the subjects are before the verbs, yeah, are before the verbs. Okay, what's an object? The object of a sentence is a person or thing that receives the action, and it's called a receiver, okay? And normally or generally are after the verb. We want some apple juice. The earthquake damaged my house. Okay, as you can see, are after the verb. And I have highlighted them in red. Okay, good. So, object questions. Okay, most of the questions in English are object questions. So, we want to know about the receiver of the action. So, these questions follow a formula. QUASM. Okay, what is that? Question word first, who or what, then auxiliary verb, we know that is the verb to do or does in the present or did in the past, plus subject, okay, subject or pronoun, and the main verb, okay, without conjugation. So here we have an example. If we have the phrase, the sentence, we want some apple juice, we begin with a WH question. Apple juice is a thing, so we can use what. What do you want? We want some apple juice. Here we have my house, another thing, object. We begin with a WH question, what? What did the earthquake damage? The earthquake damaged my house. Okay, we're going to continue doing and practicing later. Okay, let's continue. What are subject questions? Okay, sometimes we don't know the person or the thing that is performing the action. Okay, we don't know the actor, so we make a subject question. For these subject questions, we do not use an auxiliary verb, okay, like do, does, or did in the past. We only follow the following formula, okay? Who or what, because can be a person or a thing, plus the verb in simple present or simple past, plus a complement, okay? So here we have the sentence, we want some apple juice. We want to make a question for we, because we want to know the actor. So we simply replace. We is a person, so we use who. Who wants some apple juice? Question mark. Okay? The same for things, okay? The earthquake damaged my house. Earthquake is a thing, so we must use the WH what. What replaces the earthquake. What damaged my house. Okay? So everything that is before the verbs, yeah, we can use a WH and replace it. We do not use auxiliary verbs because they are before the verb. Okay? Good. Okay. So let's practice. Here we have this sentence. Pedro took his medicine last night. First of all, we identify the verb, took, in the past. The verb is like the heart in our body, okay? Is the energy, okay? Without the heart, without our heart in our body, we can die, okay? The same with the verb in a sentence. If we take away the verb, the sentence doesn't have any sense, okay? So, the verb is important. Good. So for WH questions, we follow the formula: question word, auxiliary verb, subject, main verb, and complement. Okay? Here we identify the WH. Who for person, what for action, his medicine is what for object, and last night is when for time. So we have 4 sentences, 4 questions, 3 object questions, and 1 subject person question. Okay? So, when did Pedro take his medicine? Pedro took his medicine last night. What did Pedro take last night? Pedro took his medicine last night. What did Pedro do? Yeah? General question to replace the verb. We are still using the auxiliary verb. Okay? Good. But what happens when we want to know the subject pronoun? Remember, it's before the verb. We do not need auxiliary verbs. Okay? We simply replace. Okay? So Pedro can be replaced with who. Who took his medicine last night? Very simple. Who did it? Pedro. Here we have another example. My friends went to the beach. Okay? The verb went in the past. Okay? Good. Here is the formula. Okay? The same one. We can identify some WH questions. My friends, who, what for the action, to the beach is a place. Yeah? So where for the place? We have 2 object questions and 1 subject question. Okay? Where did my friends go to? My friends went to the beach. What did my friends do? My friends went to the beach. And for, remember the verb. Everything that is before the verb do not need an auxiliary verb. So we simply replace my friends with who. Who went to the beach? My friends. Okay? Good. One more. Here we have 2 persons, okay? 2 subject questions, okay? They called the doctor at midnight. They, who, what for the verb, who, the doctor, and at midnight, when for time. Okay? When did they call the doctor? They called the doctor at midnight. Who did they call? Yeah, remember that after the verb, we need auxiliary verb. What did they do? And for the subject, okay, of this sentence, we do not require auxiliary. Okay, simply we replace. Who called the doctor at midnight? They did it. They called the doctor. Okay? Perfect. Let's do some exercises, okay? Make questions from the following sentences, okay? I have italicized, okay, the words in the sentence, and those ones we are going to replace with a WH question, okay? For example, I need $5. How much money did you need? Object question, okay? Good. He was born in Panama. Object question. We can replace Panama with where for a place, okay? So, where was he born? Where was he born? Because we have verb to be. We do not need an auxiliary verb. Where was he born? Okay. I went out to eat last week. This is an object question. My sister answered the phone. Subject question. I called Benjamin. Object question. I had a baseball in my pocket. Object question. I had 4 pets at home. Object question. She bought 8 gallons of gas. Object question. And I visited 5 countries in my last trip. Object question. Okay? Try to do it. Good. Thank you.